Today, I'm going to show you how to make a creamy, delicious cheesecake with none of the guilt. Oh, really? You don't think it's possible? Well, I'm going to show you how. The first thing that we did was create a graham cracker crust. Now, you could certainly buy a pre-made crust. Well, you could make one too. So this is just graham crackers from the health food store. This was one that had the least offensive ingredients. And you take your graham crackers and you crush them up in the food processor or in a blender. And then you either add butter or vegetable oil. So you mix the graham crackers with the oil or the fat until you get a texture that can stick together like this. So then you press it into a pie plate. I just pressed it in and then I baked it at 350 for about 5 minutes just to set it. So you see we have this nice crust now. In the last episode of Aunt Fanny's Kitchen, I showed you how to roast squash. So you can roast the squash and you can certainly eat the skin, but for this recipe, because we want it to be really creamy, I don't want the extra skin. The skin can be a little fibrous. So you just peel that off, and then you have the squash that's going to go into the pie. If you do not have the time or energy or desire to roast squash, organic canned pumpkin, organic canned butternut squash, organic pumpkin pie mix, this is just as good. You could have like 12 to 16 ounces of squash or pumpkin or whatever you like. I'm taking 8 ounces of Neufchâtel. I don't even know how to pronounce this. I'm really sorry. It's a form of cream cheese, but you could certainly use cream cheese. It's Neufchâtel. Neufchâtel. I'm putting in our cream cheese. I'm also putting in 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavoring, pumpkin pie spice mix. 2 beaten eggs. These are organic eggs. We're going to put that in. 1 cup of granulated maple sugar. You pour this into your pie crust. And I'm not pouring it all the way up. If you weren't here, I would like that. All right. Cameraman comes in for a lick. We have some left over. You can make a small little pie or something like that. So I'm going to put this in the oven. Go in it. Okay, so I had this squash cheesecake in the oven for about 50 minutes and then I took it out to cool, and while it was cooling I made some maple candied walnut. You take a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, you take a teaspoon of vanilla, and a tablespoon or 2 of butter, and you heat it up until it's bubbly and frothing, and then you put your walnuts in, coat them in the mixture, and then roast them in the oven for about 10 minutes on 350. And then look what we get, these really delicious, crunchy, sweet walnuts. Plus you could put a little bit of whipped cream on each piece. Now we're going crazy. Whipped cream, ice cream. And look, there you have it. So now we have our squash cheesecake with maple candied walnuts. All the pleasure, all the creaminess, none of the guilt. I'll see you next time on Aunt Fanny's Kitchen. He's getting everything. What happened? Oh, honey, the whole time.
suck. We're gonna have to hire someone.
Cameraman. Okay. He wasn't even recording. Okay, so I had this pumpkin pie. It's not a pumpkin pie.